Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you are having a great evening. This is the debut, or our very first show for the Atlanta Braves, y'all, and it's called The House of the Chalk. OMG, I'm excited about this one. If you're in the chat already, say hello, everybody. But just want to give you guys a little chance to come in here and say, get acquainted, share this out, tell them children to be quiet. Lord, my niece is out back there. I tell you, they're doing everything. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and introduce who we are. Starting off with myself, y'all already know who I am. I'm the Maggie T of Atlanta Falcons Nation. Of course, Georgia Sports Nation is what we're branching out to now because now we want to branch out and talk about other Georgia teams. I'm excited about that one. So y'all already know who I am. And right next to me, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, this is her twin sister, Shell Bravos. I love the Braves, been a Braves fan basically all my life. So I'm just excited to get to talk about them. They have started the season off pretty well. They've definitely come a long way from last year. So we're gonna get into a lot of things about what's been going on, the surprises, the goods, the bads, what's gonna happen, what's improving. Right. So that's me, Shell Bravos.
Yes, this is my twin sister, y'all. Oh my gosh. If you caught us at a lot of the Falcons tailgates and games and Braves, we are everywhere. Hawks games. You might have not noticed I have a twin sister, and she's very knowledgeable just like me, but she is definitely a Braves guru. And speaking of another Braves guru, down there at the bottom, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. My name is Robert Quigley. I'm a Braves guru as well, but I'm also a statistics nerd. My father was a statistics nerd in everything. He loved football, baseball, basketball, everything. But I just acquired my love for statistics from him, and I put that into my love for baseball. So anytime I'm watching a baseball game, I've always got to have a pen and a piece of paper and an official scorecard. So I never watch a baseball game without keeping score. Anytime I go to a game, it's like, what in the world are you doing? Because people are shocked because I'm not looking at my cell phone. People are shocked because I'm actually got a piece of paper and a pen in my hand instead of my cell phone, and that surprises people.
You remember that fascinated me, and you remember that time me and you went to those games when we used to go to ones at Turner Field, Robert. Mm-hmm. I used to ask you so many questions, and you were just so knowledgeable. It's so amazing. I'm glad that you're about to share this with a lot more people. People will appreciate a man who really truly knows his baseball. He knows everything.
Yes.
So y'all are in for a treat.
We're in for a treat, but Robert is with us for a short second. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into that. I think we got another co-host joining us in a moment. But let's just jump right into it, okay?
Yeah, she's on the way.
I want to talk about that last series we just had, y'all. So, where the Braves homered 3 times in the series, winning victory over the Miami Marlins on Wednesday night. So we won that series. Robert, just tell us, your thoughts about the series, and then of course the one that's upcoming.
Well, it's very encouraging just to see how the Braves have started this year. They haven't even lost a series, and the way that first game went, it was very easy to even want to give up on the way the series had even started, because they pretty much got shellacked in the first game. But the way that the series ended, it shows a lot of perseverance in the team, and I'm very encouraged to see that how, especially in the bottom of the order. The bottom of the order has in the last 2 games has over 9 hits with runners in scoring position just in the bottom of the order. So that's that gives the fan base and the team hope for their
Right.
performance.
Absolutely. I'm glad that they turned it around, and it ended up being what we won that series. So what are your thoughts about now, just overall, just as far as the team coming up and what the Phillies and everything else, how you feel about that series upcoming, just based off how we played the Marlins?
Uh, I need to re-examine the pitching matchups. I really haven't looked at the pitching matchups, but if the front of the lineup can produce the way the back of the lineup has, I have no reason to have any doubt about their performance potential.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Robert, I know that you're kind of with us, and I know we just got somebody in the chat, so we're gonna bring her up in a minute. But just want to give your last thoughts and everything else, and hopefully we'll see you on the next episode. But give us your where people can find you, and then of course we just appreciate you just giving us a little feedback in the beginning, just on the pilot of this episode. We're glad to have you, being a part of this panel. Looking forward to all your breakdowns in the future. But what's your last thoughts?
For now, obviously it's too early in the season to come to any conclusions. But with the way this season has started, I would definitely take any encouragement over the way things started last year. People want to draw conclusions early in any case, whether it be good or bad. But if they can just really stay 2 or 3 games over 500 heading out of April and stay and just keep their head above water, that's usually a good sign. So a three game lead always seems like a big deal, but it's not. But I'll take any kind of lead, whether it's 1 game or 3 games. But the biggest thing is to stay above 500 going into May.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Robert. We appreciate you just kind of just jumping. I know you're busy tonight. Have fun, hanging out and everything else. And we definitely look forward to more episodes with you in the future.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So that was a little bit of Robert right there. He is definitely a Braves expert, and of course, he breaks down everything. He keeps up with the box scores and things like that. So it's going to be very, if you didn't know anything about the Braves like that, other than just watching the game, these guys here are going to really break down the season and the games in a little bit more in detail based on the fan perspective as well. I think Sonya just dropped off, so she'll probably jump back in. So with that, Miss Shell,
yes,
let's just go ahead and get right into it. We got Sonya back in here again. Hopefully she's okay.
I can hear y'all now.
Sonya,
Okay,
you good
good.
now?
Yeah.
You can hear?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, great. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, and they might have seen you on another channel, but go ahead and reintroduce yourself to the fans over here.
Okay, my name's Sonya Howell, and if y'all have seen me on the Sam show on the Atlanta Falcon Nation, So hey, I'm a diehard Braves fan, and I look forward to doing this show.
Okay, all right, Miss Sonya. So of course, Sonya is the best friend of the sisters. Everybody know this is my twin sister Shell, and her best friend Sonya, and of course Sonya's family, because we've known each other since high school. I ain't gonna lie. So and we won't tell our age right now, but high school at a time ago. So so I wanted to bring back up, since we was going back into the series of the Marlins, because I want to hear you guys, because I know Robert had to kind of dash a bit, so
Okay.
it's a bit more condensed. But starting off with you, Shell Bravos, just your thoughts about that series against Miami.
Okay. Well, I will start off with basically to kind of piggyback off of what Robert said. The way it started, it might have caused maybe a lot of fans might have panicked. They're like, oh man, we're actually facing a division rival, and this is the Miami Marlins. Normally, the Miami Marlins are not really known to be a good squad, but right now they're actually behind the Braves, and they started the season off hot too, but they've kind of fallen off. They were actually on a losing streak, but when they faced the Braves, the first game, it seemed like the Braves, we were fighting them back to back, but it's like the Marlins were answering, and then they eventually won, and it looked very bad for the season to start off. It was frustrating because it seemed like nothing went right in that game. The defense was bad, and the Braves have been showcasing great defense during our games in the 19 games of the season. So basically, things look kind of bad at first. The Marlins, even when they homered, they had some sign in their dugout bragging about themselves and all this mess. But game two, night two, the Braves persevered and pretty much showed the Marlins who the heck they are. Yes, it was a fight, but at the very end, our hero, and I'm going to call him our hero right now, that's Mr. Don Smith.
Yeah.
Mr. Don Smith showed out and he saved our butts and our series because the Braves looked like the Braves in game 3. We hit homers. We did pretty darn good. Our defense was great. Our pitching was beautiful. We're going to shout out to Bryce Elder. He has been doing his thing, but that's going to be later on. But that Miami Marlins series was very, very good. It started off bad, but the Braves have shown themselves, and if they keep that up, which they should, we are in for a wonderful season, guys and gals.
I love it. Look at it. Somebody on Squoze up in here on the new debut of the Braves show. This is
hello, Will.
I'm on the wrong show, huh?
Well, it's okay. We're talking about the Braves over here. Our show started at 8.
Okay.
But I mean, if you like the Braves, you want to be in here talking about the Braves. That's what we're talking about. We're actually talking about that Marlins series that just happened. So get your if you want to throw some thoughts on that.
Well, yeah, my Braves out to a good season so far, but I'm still seeing some of the old things we used to see, like when they go have a game where they score a lot of runs. The next game they come out flat, and I need them to rectify that before we get late into the season, because like that we can't have too many of those, man. You got the time your offense ain't working, you got to manufacture run. That's where you got to go that ABC baseball. I need that manager to manufacture some runs. Right. Because it's too many times that we in Skull had these big offensive outbursts, and then the next game we come out flat. We ain't lost no series. We ain't lost no series this year, but we could have swept the Diamondbacks if we would have came out and played, you know what I'm saying? Manufactured runs.
Again.
But when you come out your offense flat and you just let them go in status quo and not intervene, then that what happened. Stuff like you had games like those where you can't come across no run. You had a well pitched game. I forgot, was that Sale or was that Elder that throwed you like 6 innings and only gave up 1 run and we couldn't get them no runs. It was just crazy. It was frustrating. That still frustrates me that we can't, the offensive talent that we have, we can't manufacture no run. So right now we out to a good season. We like 3. We top 3 in the league right now.
Yeah. So
we out to a good season. But if anything need to be rectified, is that we got to be able to manufacture run. Not go back to that either all or nothing type offense, because that don't fare too well when it come to playoff time. You know what I'm saying? So going to rectify that right now if we're gonna be nitpicky. But right now, I'm glad the way we playing right now after the injury. I think we had like 6 injuries. 6 injuries right now.
Yeah. Yes.
And our team ain't whole, so we doing good. But if I was to whine about anything, that'll be it.
Right. Okay. And I love that. Of course, we just got to see it stay consistent, because like, we was talking about earlier, the Marlins series started off a little shaky, but we came through to the end. Miss Sonia, same thing for you. Just your thoughts on that series.
Okay, well, who pitched on Monday?
That was who pitched on Monday? Oh no, it was I felt like it was like a bullpen game.
Yeah, and
I
that's what
want
I
to
was
say
gonna get
Perez.
to.
I think it was Perez.
Yeah, and I think he's pitching tomorrow. I said, "Oh Lord, we're gonna lose."
No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. We don't do that. We gonna
I
let the
thought
game
they
Well,
end, and we're gonna
DFA'd
see how it
him.
you
goes.
know, you know him and your boy what the other one is? Holmes. They be
Yeah, I like
taking
Holmes.
turns having bad games. See, it
Well,
was
I like
one
Holmes
game.
more.
I take
Yeah,
that back. I think it was Grant Holmes who pitched game
Grant
one. It
Holmes
was
had a
Grant
game.
Holmes.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had a
well,
good
Yeah,
I
it was
game.
Grant
mean,
Holmes.
he's better than Perez though. I don't know where this Perez dude came from, but
He's probably there
overall,
until we get Spencer Strider.
yeah, probably. But I thought they got rid of him though, cause they sent him down.
Yeah, but somebody got to replace Spencer Strider.
Well, right now, yeah, but they say he might be coming back soon. So, but overall in that series, yeah, game one was trash. I knew when they scored them 13 runs Sunday, I said they're
yeah,
gonna come out flat.
yeah.
But I hate those bullpen games and but overall we had a good series and Dominique Smith, where the hell did AA find him?
I mean,
Cause
okay, I would like to say because the season's still young and fresh right now, but Dominic gives me that vibe of what was the other guy's name? The one who was the main reason the Braves made it to the World Series.
you know what? You talking about Rosario. He remind me of
No,
Rosario.
not Rosario. It's another guy.
Soler?
No, he was the one who basically kind of motivated the team. He said he flat out and talked to the team when Acuna was injured that year, and
I
everybody was
can't even
kind of down in
remember.
the dumps.
You
The
talking
one
about
who made
Jock?
that
Talking
speech
about
when we
Jock?
had our
The
parade, he
one you would
cursed. He cursed live.
Jock? It
Uh
wasn't Jock.
Jock, yes, Jock
Jock,
Peterson.
Jock,
He kind
yeah.
of gives me that Jock Peterson syndrome right now.
Yeah.
Basically, he comes in, he's great in clutch situations. Like, look what this man did with that grand slam. And the funny thing is, that night we didn't even need that grand slam. But guess what he said? I'll give you a run and then some. All that man could have did was get a fly ball to deep field. And that would have been enough for us to get the winning run. But this man said, nope, hold my beer. I'm giving us the grand slam. I'm
Y'all should have
securing it.
seen y'all should have seen when that place erupted that night. That was crazy.
Oh, I wish I was there, sis. But then, and then as for the night when he got the winning hit that we needed, this man hit a bases clearing double, three
Yep.
runs, and that was it. Our bullpen came in, our closing came in, did their job, and we won. And then we had a great game the next day to finish it off. And now the Braves are off today. We're about to
Yep.
face the Philadelphia Phillies, another division rival, who's our
Oh, I think we got
big
like 10
rival.
straight division games.
Yeah, but you know what? That's okay. We got to test our ropes so far, and we just did it with Miami. Now it's time for Philadelphia.
Ain't nobody scared of Philadelphia.
Exactly.
Okay, it says Dom is sneaky also. Shout out to Mad Mike Sports in the chat. And look, I see other
Hey,
eyes
Mike.
in this
Hey.
chat.
What's
Please
happening? What's happening?
show some
Yeah, Mike, want
feedback.
to throw
I
your
know
shoes in?
it's a brand new show. It's a little different. Y'all used to hearing us talk about Falcons, but we finna jump in and talk about all teams because we got a show following this one as well. The Dirty South Playbook at 8 p.m. Eastern. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead to the next topic here. So we kind of talked about the Marlins series and everything else. Let's actually, since we're talking about consistency, one actual fact that I did want to highlight here, it as far as the stats wise, we have 16 straight games with a double play.
And those are
Oh.
very, very, very crucial.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been calling for every game I watch. At moment, if you got a man on this place and base, I'll be like, okay, we need a double play. And it's like they answered. And that's very important, ladies and gentlemen. With defense.
Especially when
Speaking of
Ozzy jumped that
defense,
ball
man, I shout out
yesterday.
our defense. You said what now? No, I would love to shout out our defense. They started out pretty well.
Well, you know what, give me when Ozzy dropped that ball yesterday, I was like, oh my God, don't do that.
But people gonna drop balls. Things happen, but
Yeah,
the
but it's
fact that
not.
you can't shake off what they've been doing so
But they
far.
almost had bases loaded, I think.
Yeah, but they've been saving a lot of runs. They've been saving
Yeah.
hits. They've been saving runs with these Superman dives and rolls and twists and spins.
who was in the spot with Michael Harris when he was on about the baby?
Speaking of Michael Harris, I have to throw this in right quick. I just want to congratulate Michael and Esther Harris on the birth of their son, Michael Harris III. They're going to name him Trip.
Oh, that's
They gonna
So
name him what?
Trip.
yeah, they're gonna name him Trip. He's the triple baby, the third.
Because
Let
he's
me go
Michael
ahead and
Harris the
So
third, yeah.
let me put that
These
picture up.
rich folks and their names, I tell you.
Right,
Well, that's the first
right,
time I seen some black people do that.
right. And shout out to Six Man K in the chat.
see, there
He
you
over here
go.
checking out the debut of the show. But there they go. There goes the baby. Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
It dropped
cute little
off.
baby.
Sorry about that. It's but congratulations to the family on the new baby and everything. Yeah. Hey, new babies in his life. My time is over with that. All mine about grown and out of the house, but more power to all of y'all that got the babies.
He literally a baby brave.
Yeah, baby brave, absolutely. So yeah, shout out to him. I love that. I love that about that. So, with that being said, I saw what Mike was saying at background. Sorry, y'all, technical things. My computer doing whatever. He said, is that the Walt Wise effect?
Absolutely.
I think they had me playing under him.
Absolutely, Mike.
So
Okay, speaking, can we please go and talk about this at future Atlanta Falcon? Walt Weiss, please.
yes, go
Let's go on ahead and just throw him in. I know it's
Let's go
old
ahead.
news now, but everybody knows what he did. He flat out said he defends his players because Soler is a big dude, and Soler looked like he would hurt our player. So he's basically defending him, and he's showing his team and the fans that he would do anything. He's
Right.
down for whatever. I love this guy. He's been in the Brave organization for a very long time,
But
so he knows us.
but the
Yeah.
funny thing is, Soler and the pitcher was teammates, so they were teammates before. I think he had got hit.
Oh, that's
He got hit
explaining.
the bat
Okay.
before. Yeah, because the first at bat, Soler went yard on him, so he
Yeah.
got
Yes.
hit on the next one.
Yes.
Then that pitch was at his head, so he was like, "What the fuck going on?" You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So he
right.
Okay,
looking
so
at
let's
Go
throw this
ahead, what's
question in now. Do y'all feel like it was on purpose?
I don't think
well,
it was.
pitchers though, that when you crowd the plate, they like to back you up. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see instances where that was on purpose. You know what I mean? So like,
But at the same time, when he ran at him, I like how Lopez responded. Like, yeah, come
yeah,
on.
he
Bring
kept
it.
that ball. He
Yeah,
kept that ball in the
he
hand.
get beat down.
He
Bro,
kept that
what
ball
we
in
gonna
the
do
hand, boy.
here?
Went to work with that baseball in the hand, boy.
Then
Yeah.
we got the man in there coming in here stone cold stunning people and stuff like that.
I
Like,
mean, he took him out MMA style, and I was looking at a podcast. Ben Ingram talked to a lot of players and coaches, and he said he does MMA training.
we can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, do y'all hear that? Y'all speechless?
We can definitely see that, man. That
He took
shoot.
him out.
Hey, he protected his players. Like, hey, now.
That's why I say he more of a Bobby Cox than a sneaker.
Oh yeah, that's he's Bobby Costas' guy.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Bobby Costas.
Shoot,
Because y'all
Bobby
everybody and mama know the history of
Bobby
Mr.
Cox
Bobby
used to get
Cox.
ejected almost every other game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I love about Bobby.
We're disappointed when he didn't do it before he retired.
What? Getting ejected again?
Yeah, Bobby Cox. They knew he would get ejected.
I remember when Bobby Cox picked up a base.
in the umpire space for half the time was no reason for him to be up there, but he did it to do it.
I
Right.
think he just wanted to defend his players. That's what that was.
Of course, that's what it's
That's
all
all it
about.
was. Me, just
Yeah.
hey.
I didn't
And
know
he
that.
had every right to do so, because the team definitely showed support. We had some amazing, great talent on this team that was a part of that Bobby Cox era. That's a legendary guy right there.
Yeah.
I hated to see him go, but it was, of course, father time, and it was just time. But I'm glad to see that we got somebody else up in here
Yeah.
that's been don't
Because
mess with
when
my players.
Walt, his first press conference, Walt took a dig at Snicker. saying about his about his analytics, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna use every information they send down to me."
Mm. Dang, shots fired. Okay, then.
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all, it's been a lot going on now because everybody, and I love Snicker. I did love Snicker. He did get us to the World Series we won and all, but
Oh, they
it
they
seemed like
honor him
he kind of
Yeah, they
laid
are
off a little
honoring him
bit.
soon.
next weekend.
Okay, I know Miss Pam
Yeah,
said she's
Hall
gonna
of
be
Fame,
in town for
the
that.
Braves Hall
Yeah,
of Fame.
man. So shout out to him. Of course, definitely got to recognize that we know because for a while we would just kept because you remember how we was getting the banner over and over again as far as the champ,
Mhm.
getting the division, etc. But we needed to get back into that World Series.
I think
And
Wall is the perfect person to get us back to there.
who?
Why is he the perfect manager to get us back
Oh
to the
yeah.
World Series?
So you feel like he is the guy that can possibly get us there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can agree. I can agree. I like his heart. I like his grit. I love his just passion for the team, and he's willing to put himself in the middle of the crossfire and say, "Hey, don't play with it."
let's get him a Falcons jersey.
Oh, they already
Hmm.
have an honorary one for him.
Mhm.
Right. And speaking of, let's talk about this one right here. Braves remain the lone MLB team who has not lost a series.
Mm.
If
I
you
don't think
didn't
we
know,
ever did that.
No, we haven't. And the thing to start the
See,
season off, out
I
of
hate when
all
they
the
be
teams in Major League Baseball, the Dodgers, the Yankees, all of them, the Braves are the only ones.
and what
Yep.
you say, Big Will?
Hey, I hate when they be putting that. I hate when they be putting that stuff like that. It's too early to
Right,
even be
because they
thinking
put
about
that
that. Why
pressure
y'all
on.
don't even be putting that out? Come on now. It's too. Y'all know we got 162 games. Y'all want to put out some? Oh, they haven't lost a season. They ain't gonna go the whole season without losing one. Come
Right.
on,
Yeah, I didn't even know that
too many
until
games.
Sunday night.
Too many games.
Right. Yeah, I guess because it hasn't happened, it was, something to be honorably mentioned and everything else. But of course, we know that's not going to be throughout the entire season of the Braves. But, it's just showing that we're starting because you got to think about it. Compared to what last season was to now,
Mhm.
that is commendable point. But I get what you're saying. Let's not hype the team up too
Yeah,
much,
I
right now.
I rather them would have came out and said, "Hey, the Braves are fighting hard. After all the injuries they had to start the season, I like what they
Right.
had. Something like that. I respect that. Don't come out talking about, oh, they ain't lost the series. Come on, man. They just like our division. Our division was the only division that won they game all their games the first
Right.
season. Now you see why all the other teams that they all below 500. Come on, it's just irrelevant stuff they be talking about sometimes.
Right. Right, but that's the media spinning something. They need a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's not anything controversial or things like that, I think Sonya jumped off by accident. What else is there to talk about but some positive highlights and things like that? So, and he said he has the Bobby Cox edge. Yeah. Let me go back to some of these comments here. I'm gonna get Sonya back up here.
Okay,
Miss
I'm here.
Sonya, you dropped off, but
Somebody was calling me. That's a Braves fan. So.
oh Lord. Okay, okay. Hey, you
Well, tell them
guys.
watch the
What's up, Will the
podcast.
Thrill? How you doing? How you doing? Thanks for watching. Great to see you on that last shell. Right.
Oh,
Finally.
hi. Well, can I just throw in something real quick? I mean, I just
Sure.
hold up. Dream.
Dream.
I'm sorry, excuse me, y'all. But I just want to say something. Will, I know that you said that you don't like it when they mention those things, but I just feel like, I mean, yeah, we know we got all these games, and yeah, we're gonna lose series. Who doesn't in baseball? But the fact that the Braves, who started the season off last year on a horrible, unthinkable note, this is
Right.
nice little accomplishment, like a nice little turnaround. So I don't see anything wrong with what they're doing. They can praise the Braves. We're the Braves.
I'm
It's
tired
just
of hearing about the
that they just
Dodgers
want
and
to keep
the
up. It's early
Yankees.
in the season, but I think it's okay for them to do that. And I'm
I
proud
want to
because look at where they are right
I want to
now.
be in the dark. Keep me in the dark. Don't praise me.
Right.
Okay.
Keep me in the dark. Goddamn.
Oh, so you want to be a sneaky team and just sneak up on
Well,
everybody?
Yeah, I
yeah, he
want.
just
Yeah,
want, he just want us to
I
be
want.
winning on the hush,
Yeah, I don't want
So,
nobody smelling the Kool-Aid. I don't want nobody
right.
smelling the Kool-Aid. Just keep me in the dark.
Okay.
I get it. So he just want to stay on the radar, and I get that, but of course you got to think about it. The Atlanta Braves still is not just an Atlanta team. back when it was the when Ted Turner and all that was going on, Atlanta Braves was definitely international
Yeah,
and still is.
it was
There's
kind of like America's team.
right. That was a
Yeah,
right. So anytime America's team, I mean, I don't know if we're deemed that now, but I
No, back in the
feel
day though.
yeah, but back in the day, we definitely was the America's team. So anything that could show us looking good, they're gonna always. It says OG Big Sam says, hold on, sorry, it dropped to the. Let me go back to his comment. Okay, he said, "What's up, people? A better start than last 2 seasons, though. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Here's one for you folks with Will. He said, "How would a relative layman cash course style?" Oh, so you're just basically trying to figure out. He's a fan. He's a London fan, y'all. I mean, Scottish, and he's hasn't gotten really into the baseball side of things, but he wants to come in and kind of learn some things. Just turn it on. Just turn it on and just start watching the games and listen to the commentary. They tell you about the hits. Shoot, go play some simulation type games. Some of the MLB games they have out there and things like that. It's really, really not difficult to learn. You just got to kind of you got to learn about what's a strike and what is a ball and all that type of thing. So just kind of the pitches and the hits and things like that. And it's easy to catch on to a Braves game.
Oh, I was gonna ask y'all a question. How do
Mhm.
y'all feel about the ABS system now?
I like it.
Me too.
Yeah, I
But I
like they
will
only get
say
them a
that the
couple
Braves
challenges.
basically got to learn. The Braves don't really have a good record of it right now.
Mm.
And sometimes they might lose both of their challenges, and then all of a
Actually, we
sudden we
got
get
one a lot of them
everything
though.
that they needed. But I do
Because
like it.
they leave it up to the players to call. I'd rather for the coaches to hit the challenges. Then like that's why we ain't been so good at it. But I like that they only give them a couple challenges so it make them be uh cautious of how they use it. You feel what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
Well, the Humps have screwed us over the years, so I like what the players doing.
Yeah, absolutely. It said Braves Country, OG Big Sam. It said Mike Sports says this is a cute oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thing is, he hasn't gotten hot yet. I love where we are. And we still got so many games for a lot of these players to get hot. You already know it. The Braves just have their great streak. Sometimes they might fall off a little bit, but I feel confident that they're going to stay at least hopefully consistent here. Well, let's go ahead and get into another part of our conversation, though. Let's see here what we got here. Some of the roster moves. Well, we have Ian Hamilton added to the MLB roster. Of course, just some of those people options to the AAA. Hayden Harris. So like I said, well, here we're going to be kind of breaking down some of the roster moves, the injuries. So you're going to get a lot more just in-depth conversations about these Falcons coming from the Braves coming from the fan perspective and everything else. So we just kind of wanted to highlight some of those roster moves. So what do y'all think about Ian Hamilton being added to that roster?
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
just
you
about to say the
familiar with
same
them?
thing, but
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know
not
who
familiar
that
with
is there.
them. So
Well, we might be getting Sean Murphy back
He
though.
ain't that but a depth
Yeah,
piece. That's what it is.
yeah, yeah,
you
and
mentioned
that's kind
Sean
of why I'm
Murphy.
glad that they do got that the AAA league and everything else to kind of the farm system the way it could be back and forth. So it's gonna be names that you may or may or not know that are trying to get their shine here back and forth. I do like that we do have that system where a player goes down, we got somebody else we can kind of flex up to play in the pros and everything else. But here's another thing that we need to watch for also. Um,
Well,
things
we
to
got
you
Spencer Strider and we got
yeah,
Murphy finna get ready to come
Yeah.
back. They in they rehab right now.
right.
So they should be on the way back.
My thing about Murphy is I kind of like Baldwin being a DH, so I
You
don't
know
know.
they're gonna alternate them. They'll alternate them
Yeah, but
like the
he probably,
day.
no, I think they want to make him a permanent DH. I think,
Who that?
or
Ball.
Sean Murphy. I don't know about that because he stay hurt too much.
Well, Baldwin hit too well. So they gonna keep his bat in the lineup. He about one of
Yeah,
the hottest Braves on the roster right now.
so he may be the DH.
Yeah.
So
But that left field, we
mhm.
need better people out there in left field. I'm sorry, but whatever that guy's name that we signed, uh, Strisky or something like that, he cannot hit.
Oh, Yaz, Mr. Yaz,
Yeah,
because his
Yeah,
yeah,
name
that's
is
fun.
very hard to
Yeah,
pronounce.
I was starting pitcher been like the top of the league right now. I think we had like the best ERA in the league, if I ain't mistaken.
yeah.
Mhm. So I mean, we're going it's some stragglers in there that we're gonna catch up and everything else. And like Matt Mike was saying, some people's gonna just get hot and
Yeah.
everything because technically we're just starting the season. We really honestly just started playing baseball, so we got a hell of a lot more games to go here.
Yes,
But I
we
like what
do.
AA doing though.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
doing a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a
Well, yeah,
lot, and
since he been here, that's what he been doing. Cause like even when we won the World Series, we had an
mhm.
injury riddled lineup or
Yeah.
whatever, and he
Yep,
brought in guys to fill
Brought in
in. And
Soler, Rosario, and
yeah,
yeah, a lot of folks forgot that Acuna was hurt during the World
yeah.
Series. He didn't help us win that World Series.
Ironically, the Marlins. He got hurt against the
Yeah,
Marlins.
yeah.
hmm And I wanted to highlight this one here though, but since things to watch, of course, we're talking about just the critiques parts of things. Things to watch: pitching injuries still a concern for long term, and we just talked about Strider and others not fully back yet. So we're gonna have some folks that are gonna be coming back over time. So it's definitely going to get better. And then our rotation holding strong now, but durability will matter later in the season. So how long can
I
we
need
hold this
Strider to
up?
add some fat. He too swole. I need him to add some fat. He too swole, boy. He too cut up there. Got too much muscle going on. You need to add some fat till you die or something, boy. He
Yeah.
stay getting hurt.
Yeah, he do.
Uh,
But a lot of
well,
it, I think that was on Snicker though, because he didn't keep him from himself.
mm, you're right. You're right. Let me see. I see some comments in the chat. Let's go ahead and get to those real quick. 1 second. Let's see. It says this thing hasn't starting pitcher has been good to start, said OG Sam. He said has been good to start, right? I swear Sonya is hilarious. Will the Thrill said, in my defense, I do embrace the Braves. At least I can't be accused of glory hunting. I've been a dirty bird too damn long for that talk. He said the Glass Gals got a team too. I should try and take in a game sometime. Definitely. Just start getting into it, big Will. There's all these wheels. Will the Thrill. Definitely just start watching it. Of course, you are pretty much a honorable Georgia native now because you came across the pond to be an Atlanta Falcons fan. Why would you subject yourself to that misery? But it's all good. It's all good.
How
I
to be an
love it. I
Atlanta
love it.
fan, you gotta have tough skin.
You definitely got to have tough skin, and
You
I'm
gotta
just
have
hoping that
alligator crocodile skin in this one.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
um. So, Shell, you got anything? I know this is kind of just our pilot episode and everything else. Once we kind of get well deep into the series, we'll definitely have a lot more of our other co-hosts that's going to be joining us, Robert, Jeremy, and anybody else that's interested in talking Atlanta Braves baseball with us on this show. This is called the House of the Chop. Just wanted to introduce it because we've been talking about the Falcons for so long, and I honestly been ready to get Sonya and Shell together. I know Sonya goes and
Finally
hangs out
got
with
her
Shell
twin sister
now.
out the barn over
Finally got my twin sister out there. So
there.
y'all seen Sonya around with Sam and everything. But I definitely wanted to bring these two ladies together on here as well because they wanted to kind of debut their own show and just get their if y'all know me that love the Falcons, these two right here love the Braves. I can say religiously. Now, during the time when it was hard to get the Braves season on the screen and you got to pay for these different damn apps and all that. And of course, I worked during the day. A lot of like the early afternoon games I couldn't watch like that. I might have it on, but I couldn't zoom in because
Right.
sometimes I was, I can watch it now because I'm not on the phones anymore, but it was harder for me to catch up with the Braves. So I'll go to my twin and say, "Hey, Shell, what's happening?" Well, catch me up because I can't catch up on all the games like that as I would like to. So you're gonna hear their expertise about the team and everything, and I'm too excited about this debut. Will did a great job with us on the heavy hitters. Texas Lane fan. Okay, okay, all right, all right. I heard about it. Longhorn.
He
Okay, I'm like
talking about, yeah,
Lane.
Longhorn fan. Yeah,
I'm
he talking
like
about
what?
Will the Thrill. Let that be known, cause it's Georgia
Yeah.
Bulldogs over this way.
Right.
You
It's
know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Bulldogs.
Go Bulldog this way.
right,
Exactly.
right. Let's not get that twisted now. They are my go-to when it comes to the Braves. They are definitely my go-to because yeah, they know all. I know the team, but man, they get in depth and in detail
I
about these
mean, it's
Braves.
hard. I'm diehard, but I also work there, so it's kind of hard to, you know.
Right, because you have to be paying attention to your job. So how you keep up with these Braves is commendable. Actually working there as well. It's like, how do you do it? How
Cause
do
it's
you do
funny,
it?
all my coworkers come to me when they got a question about the Braves. So I'm like the
Oh
resident Braves
wow.
person. Yep.
Yes, yes.
And it says, Will the Thrill said, thanks as always for having me, brother Mike. And Mike said, I love Shell and Sonya. Yes, yes,
Oh, I
yes,
love you
yes.
too. You're my
Uh,
We
brother.
do, we
yeah.
do, everybody. But Shell and Sonya, or anybody, let's just go ahead. We're just gonna make this a short show tonight. Because we just kind of wanted to give us a little quick debut and everything else, but definitely will be a lot more to come on the next episode. Like I said, this is the pilot episode. Any other things, Shell, that you want to mention and bring up that we haven't brought up as far as some of our topics? Anything you want to touch on?
Well, people have already mentioned this. I'm trying to get to this. Wait a minute. There it is. This has already been mentioned, but I just want to give out a kudos. Yes, I know it's early in the season, and I know we have a lot of season, but I just got to give kudos to our pitching so far, our defense, and our bats while our major pieces are out. And yes, it would be nice when we have these games where we score 1,000,000 runs. The next night we will be a bit more consistent too. We got to work on that, but it's still early, so we have plenty of time to work the kinks out. But basically, I just want to shout out what's been working right for us so far. We know what's been working wrong, and it's still a season to go. So I'm just happy. I'm happy that we're here. It's a 2026 season. We're hoping for greatness. We're hoping for a lot of highlights. We're hoping for a winning season. So basically, I just want to get that out there.
Absolutely. And Mike, this is just me getting her comfortable. Eventually, Shell and Sonya will be hosting this show.
Yeah.
Eventually, y'all hosting the show. I'm gonna sit back and drink my lemonade.
She's getting our foot in the door. She's basically
Right.
getting what you guys have wanted me and Sonya to do forever. But
Right,
me, I've had a problem with something that I've told everybody. They told me to get over that.
right.
I hope nobody makes fun of it.
Oh,
But
shut up, Shell.
All right.
Shut up. Shut it
but
up.
anywho, y'all
So,
finally told me to stop being a coward. That's basically what it was all about. Going out there and show my chops. So that's what I'm here
I
for.
ain't gonna lie, I used to be a coward too. Before I got on the Falcon show.
But
hey,
basically, as much as me and Sonya love the Braves, we would go to games at Turner Field faithfully on Sundays. When the Braves had losing seasons, we're still going cheering, just talking about them, the players, what we need.
right.
A lot of fans. Everybody just been there with the good and the bad. We root for
Mhm.
them. We want them to do well. So we're going to be on this show to talk about them, the stats, everything, like with Robert. And every now and then, a gentleman friend of mine named Jeremy, he's going to be on here too to talk about things.
Yep.
Oh, I got
The
an idea for next
the
week though.
brain game be fun while you playing. It's different
They
Yes,
playing
do. They
they
actually
are
are
competitively.
very,
fun.
very, very,
Trust
very
me.
Hey,
fun.
I have
Y'all should
great
go.
time at the
Whoever
brain
never
game.
been to
Oh,
Truist
I do
Park, go
too.
to Truist Park. The
That's the
very beautiful
truest part.
ballpark,
The
and I'm
experience
trying
at
not to be
truest park
biased.
in the Battery, man, that's
Yes.
like none other.
Yes, the battery is wonderful.
I think
Especially
the
after
Braves is
a
one of the
big
ones that started
game
though.
when the drum line is playing out there at the
Yeah.
Battery and the fans come after the game and just kind of get together and hang out at the bars out there. I
Y'all
mean,
should see the alumni
it really
parade.
is Braves country at the Battery. It
Yep.
definitely is. It said glad to see Shell out here. Fine, right. She was talking about now. Okay, Big Will. I'm just gonna put you in on the game. So, as you know, of course, I am twin sister, and y'all know how my voice sounds. I don't have a hey, everybody, high ass girly voice. You know what I'm saying? My voice is fairly low most time, unless I'm excited about something. My sister also has a low tone voice, and she just like, I feel like people won't like it. I was like, please. But I'm gonna tell you this. I felt the same way when Mike introduced it to me. I was like, oh, I don't know if I literally, want to be in the spotlight. I don't know if I sound good. Man, this man told me to hush up and critique my first video, hurt my feelings, but it was my first little recording voiceover thing, and he was just like, what is this? What is this?" But you know what? I just had to get out there and try it. And after a while, it's like now I love to do it, but you just got to get your feet wet. You just got to damn do it. Me said, Shell, don't start that. That's right.
Right.
Maria Taylor. You remind me of, yes, Maria Taylor has a low tone voice. It's a lot of women that don't have that, high pitched voice, which I appreciate because that's hell of annoying to me.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, ever
Well,
heard like
Sam.
Michelle Lay. Y'all know her voice.
Oh no, not Michelet. No.
I can't imagine listening to some commentary of somebody that sounds like, please shut up.
Well, to Sam, I know Sam. I know. I saw what he said, and for the sake of my argument, at times around that time, I still have to learn myself. But I will, especially since I'm doing this, I'll come back on your shows every now and then and talk because I know you always have a lot of questions for me, Sam, and you can hold that to me, okay?
All right, all right. And Miss Sonia, is there anything you want to just add? Anything we didn't mention tonight? That you want to talk about?
Well, our next show, I can say, let's ask everybody how they became a Braves fan.
You know
Okay.
what? You know what? Let's do that right quick, just for us, and then we can bring this back up to the fans too. So, Shell, let's kind of give our story about how we.
Yes.
Well, let's. We were Braves fans in elementary school, but we didn't know what the hell we was looking at and what was going
Right.
on like that. We just knew my dad used to love watching the Braves and the Falcons and etc. So of course, like you said, Atlanta Braves, it was America's team. When we was on TBS and things like
Yep.
that. So it was easy to watch them. It was exciting. It was fun. But I think we really, really got deep into it one day. I think me and Shell was just hanging out down at Centennial Olympic Park or something like that.
Yeah, can I tell it?
Go ahead.
Okay. My twin and I, we followed each other. We do things together, y'all. We work together. We used to work at the airport. It was our first, I'll say our second job. We were 19 years old, very, very young and skinny and fine. Just gotta throw that out.
Remember that. You did fine. Remember that.
Well, we got off of work and, we didn't want to go home. So Maggie was like, hey, Shell, let's go to the Braves game. So if anybody who lived in Atlanta or know Atlanta, they're at where used to be the CNN Center. There used to be a Braves clubhouse store. So we go to the Braves clubhouse store to go to the Ticketmaster and say, hey, we want to buy some tickets. And the gentleman who was there was saying, well, you can't get the tickets here. You have to go there. But he actually gave us tickets. And those were some awesome seats. We were that close to the baseball team. Our very first game in 2004, we were close to the team. And it was so exciting. The electricity, the feeling, basically with the tomahawk chop. I fell in love that night, and we bought a ticket for another game. We ironically went to the game when the Braves clinched the division against the Miami Marlins. No, it was the Montreal Expos when they used to be in the National League East. But our
Right
first
before they
game was just
became the
on one. We
Nationals.
just decided to go to a Braves game.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we
At
was
Turner
like,
Field.
yeah, because we went to that Braves store. I think we was like you said, getting the tickets, and then we was getting the merchandise, and to be gifted those tickets and those good seats, it sold us. It definitely sold us.
Yeah, we were
Tony,
done.
about you? What about you? How did you become a Braves fan?
Okay, so my dad got me into it, but he would put it on and listen to it before he went to work if they had an early game, because he was a truck driver, and sometimes he would call me, "Oh, you watching the game?" But then before that, my mom used to find a way to get me and my sister to sit down at night, so she would put him on and go to sleep to it, but we would be looking at it. And I remember, and then back in the day, when I used to go outside and play ball and stuff, and I came in the house one day and I saw Chipper Jones. He hit a home run, and that was how I became a Braves fan.
Legend. Chipper Jones, absolutely, man. Like, just then we're gonna bring this. You know what? I'm gonna write this down, because let's talk about the history of the Braves next week. Let's do that. I would love to just talk about some.
In some ways, the Braves are kind of attached to the Falcons.
Right, man. Deion Sanders coming in trying to play, baseball and football. So I want to talk about the Atlanta Braves history. Let's talk about that next week, and let's get real deep into that.
Y'all know how the tomahawk chop got started?
We could talk about the tomahawk chop, how it got started.
Yeah, we're gonna throw in all that fun stuff.
Let's say so. Tomahawk. I'm gonna write that down for y'all. So, let's go back to these comments. And Big Will, if you're still with us, how did you become a Braves fan?
Well, when my mom used to leave us over my auntie house, she watched us or whatever. She used to watch the one thing she was faithful watching was the Braves games and the stories. And when when she had the story, stories on, I go to sleep on the story at nap time. I wake up, the Braves game on, so that's all I hear, her screaming at the Braves. What is she talking about? So I sat down and watched it with her. You know what I'm saying? So then plus my mom had me in sports since I was like 5 years old, so I played all three of them. So, but I never used to watch the Braves game until I was over my auntie house, and I started watching the games then. But yeah, that's what got me started. My auntie, she watched them things faithfully. But I play baseball, football, and basketball. You know what I mean? Since I was 5, so I was already an athlete. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't hip to the Braves like that until later on.
And you know what? And what we're doing now, I do have an older daughter that sits and now watch the game with Shell. Like, she is a Braves fan. She's a Falcons fan too, but she's really starting to love to watch these Braves. So
she gets disappointed. I have to go to sleep.
A new generation of fans.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
She's the same age as we were, Maggie.
Right. When we started really paying
attention. So we were 19, but
we
she
knew
really
Braves,
got into it like around that young.
Games.
So
even with that World Series win, we was watching that. The first one.
Man, I mean, we was like what, 10 when they won in 95?
Were we?
Yes.
9 or 10?
Yeah.
We were 10.
I definitely remember the Braves then. So the fact that we was going to the games in 19, we was definitely watching the Braves a long time ago. But like I said, I think we really got diehard with it when we was gifted those tickets, even though we was already planning on going to the Braves game.
Yeah.
But I think
that was when the Braves give away free tickets.
Right. It was like that experience alone was just like, oh my God, this is so exciting,
Yes,
and we used to always go back to that club store. I was sad to see it go. Because that was my reason to go in there, go to the food court. Of course, you can go through the food court to get to the State Farm, or even though it wasn't State Farm then, you had the Omni, and then Phillips Arena. So,
the Braves didn't own Turner Field though.
You got Georgia Dome.
And them Thrashers. I used to go to them.
Them Thrashers.
Thrasher game.
We used to work for the Thrashers. Me and my twin.
Yeah, we used to work for the Thrashers and the Atlanta Hawks.
Cool.
Yeah. It was exciting, and just the fights that we used to see. me and Shell used to work for Phillips Arena. And so we used to work on the club level. If anybody knows State Farm Arena, there's the club area where I was Shell's supervisor, mind y'all.
Oh
And
wow.
she was the cashier.
Yes.
I don't know why they put two sisters together, but man, we was over there watching games and and then after the game, we used to just take our little t-shirts off and sneak in and go catch some of the concerts, the after concerts. Man, we was living the life.
Yeah, one of my coworkers went to the T.I. concert after the game.
So yeah, me and Shell was like taking a full advantage at working at Phillips Arena. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, you telling? I tried the Braves, shoot.
Yeah, you remember that when I started that chant though? What game was that again?
Which one now?
You remember the chant I started? D Wade sucks. I think I was saying.
Yes, that playoff games against the Miami Heat. She literally started the chant. D Wade sucks, and everybody started chanting it, and we won that game.
And that's us sneaking in. Wasn't even supposed to be in the seats, but we was like, we off the clock. Take off that badge, take off that shirt. We finna go sit down. You can't tell us nothing. That's when you can sneak around Phillips Arena. I don't know how it is now.
Yeah, I heard it's very different now.
It's too fancy now, even though I like the renovations. It's really nice though. It's still a nice experience with Phillips Arena. State Farm. And say you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. So I warned you last night, don't start with me food. Speaking of food, I'm hungry. Maggie Greedy Butt talking about, yes, of course. I love eating. And that was my like going to and that food court, I can go in there and get all kinds of food and samples, and then I can go to a game or go to the water fountains and jump in the water and stuff like that. So downtown and underground and all that. Look, yeah, like I said, we're gonna get to the history of Atlanta Braves, but I do want to take it back to just do this either on this show or we can do it on the Dirty South playbook that's coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, y'all. I want to talk about just being a fan back in the day.
Oh, it's way different than now.
Growing up in Atlanta. I just want to do like a throwback episode of everything, going down to the underground, the original World of Coke.
Oh yes.
All of that.
Oh yeah.
I just want to get into like what it was to be a real fan of these Atlanta teams. Now we got all these, transplant people. We got these fair weather fans and things like that. But we have some die-hard fans of Georgia teams. And I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to see that they're bringing back the Dirty Bird and things like that. But we're going to get ready to go ahead and close this one on out. Like I said, we're just on here just kind of giving y'all a quick little pilot debut of the show. But this show coming up is going to be very in detail. We got some very knowledgeable guys that will be joining us eventually. And of course, Big Will, you're welcome to jump on anytime you see a link.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, welcome, because we getting ready to redo this again in about one more hour. With that being said, let's go ahead and just close this on out, give you guys your evening back. And like I said, refresh this channel in about one more hour. We have the Dirty South Playbook with myself, T Will, Big Will, Miss Lindsay, Pam, and sometimes Karina jumps on. Then we have Reggie. We got a whole full panel over there. So y'all check that show out. We're going to talk about all Georgia sports over there. So if y'all want to hear us talk about that as well, go ahead and tune in. But let's go ahead and start it off, Michelle Bravos. Give your last thoughts and let everybody know where they can. And you need to let everybody know where you can find you, for real, because now they need to follow you.
Okay, y'all have to work on sharing that stuff. So y'all content creators are better at that than me. So you can give me I'll be well prepared next week, basically. So know how to tell y'all where to follow me and stuff like that. I'm still green right now, so y'all can show me what to do, and then I'll be able to tell them how to follow me.
I will tell you how to follow her. She's on Facebook, Shell Thornton. You can follow her on there. Eventually, we're gonna get her a Shell Bravo's situation going on, so we can, you can follow her. But also, you can tell them about your Braves group. What's the name of it?
Oh, it's called Atlanta Braves Choppers.
Okay,
It's a
so
private
y'all,
group though. We make it private to weed out the spam people and all that
Right.
stuff. So, but it is a private group, and
yeah. So
we
if
have
you
game
are
periods
a
every day and all things like that. So,
right, so if you want a part of that, is it searchable, Shell? Can people find it?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You just got distracted by someone. You said one. Can you repeat that?
You can search for it on Facebook to find that group, though.
I believe you can, but it will be shown private. So
Okay.
if I decide to make it public, I'll make it public, and then I really
Nah,
give the
keep it
business a
private. You
shout.
kind of
Yeah.
keep all the haters and things out. I would
Yeah.
say keep
Yeah,
it
I would
private.
speak to the admins about it, the changes. So we have weekly discussions about the changes to the group or what we're doing with the group. Because
Yeah.
Robert, he's one of the admins. He's on me on here, and Jeremy, he's one of the admins as well. We just like to keep it simple because we used to be in another group and they were so negative and mean
They
to each other.
was,
It
yeah.
was ridiculous. And that's why me and a woman named Maria Johnson created this group, and hopefully I can get Maria to join in every now and then. But basically, it's a private group. It's for the Braves only. We don't like to talk about other teams because it's about the Atlanta Braves. So I'm just bringing that
Absolutely.
out
Yep.
there.
Okay. And Miss Sonia, of course, your last thoughts and where everybody else can find you.
I'm on Facebook. I'm pretty sure I'm on some other stuff too, but mostly Facebook. It's Sonia Deanna Howell because I had to redo my page a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So you look up that, you can pretty much find me on there. But I just got a new phone, so I might not be on there for a while.
Okay. I mean, hey, awesome show. Thank you, Will. Appreciate you, Will the Thrill. And Mr. Big Will, go ahead and let everybody know where to find you. And of course, we finna rewind this thing on back for the new show coming up in an hour. But let everybody know where to find you. Your last thoughts.
Well, y'all know to find me on Twitter and on YouTube at Will the DA Georgia Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Whatever everything got going on, I got time and they drop link, I'm in there. Y'all
Okay.
already know.
Oh, I
Well,
forgot to
we
mention that too.
appreciate you
We,
for today
we
for our
live
first
it.
show.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
He just everywhere where it's there to be. He thought this was the other show, and I'm like, well, hey, you here anyway. We talking about the same thing. We're gonna be talking about over there
Yeah,
anyway.
because I
So
ain't I ain't know you with Day Bro and your sister show today. I just slept up.
yes, we sure are. We sure are, and I'm excited about that.
But glad I showed up.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, and nice to meet you, and all that good stuff. I'm a part of the family now.
You done met
Oh
me
Right.
yeah,
before.
you are.
You done met me in person.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you know what? Okay, well, nice to talk to you here.
Still got to get used to faces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because me, when I go and I go out with my sister when we have these events, I meet so many people, but I know I'm definitely gonna see you again, especially for the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons, yeah.
Right. So everybody, look, just like I said, this is the debut of House of the Chop with Miss Sonia, Miss Shell Bravos, and the
Like them
Choppers
Shell
group.
Bravos, my name Bravos. I gotta put the praise in there.
Right.
Right, right. So I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe this channel. Of course, this is Georgia Sports Nation, where we're basically talking about all Georgia sports. We're gonna definitely incorporate college football. Right now, we're just kind of doing the pro teams, but we are recruiting for others that want to come in and talk about. I think I do have a Bulldogs fan. Well, of course, we are Bulldogs fans, but
Go dogs.
definitely want to incorporate that conversation there too. But tonight we'll be talking about the Hawks, Braves, Dream, etc. So definitely tune in back on this channel at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, I definitely
I
gotta hear what y'all
appreciate
gotta say about
everybody.
the dream.
Yeah, me too.
Yes,
I
so you
definitely
already
gotta hear
know what
some of
this
that.
is. I'm your girl, Miss Maggie T. Appreciate y'all tuning in to us tonight. Like I said, come back next week, same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back, hopefully, with a couple more faces that y'all haven't met yet. We're broadcasting actually in the Choppers group right now on Facebook, page group. How y'all doing? And everywhere else you're watching it, please share this out. We appreciate y'all again. And good night, people.
Good night and go
Night. Go
Braves!
Braves.
Oh. you.